His work life when he got shipped out of high school started on the island of Crete. He served the U.S. Air Force as a Morse code inceptor, requiring a top-secret security clearance. From interceptor, leaving the military, he came to Lowe's to serve in another top-secret world, the burgeoning world of computers. Billy Bear learned early he would work harder and he would work smarter. It showed as he began his own company. And as Billy Bear traveled the country, he always opened with the same thing when he would talk to companies. I'm here to sell you three things: service, service, and more service.
Bill Bear, a real innovator. He has one speed, it's wide open. He likes to put challenges to people, but he's not going to ask anybody to do anything that he hasn't done or wouldn't do. He's a great guy, great family man, looks after his family, business family and personal family. Started East Coast Mill Work. That was a big deal because it's helped out this community, this town. You put something in front of him, he wanted to conquer it. He chose a lot of the right people. It just grew from there.
One of the most enthusiastic, energetic people that I've ever known. I've never known Bill to sit still for long. He's encouraging, engaging. When you meet Bill, you feel like you've known him for a long time. I would think that if you asked Bill what his greatest accomplishment would be his family. I know he's unbelievably proud of all of his daughters, of his son-in-law, his grandkids.
Everyone that meets him loves him. He's just a good person. As an adult, I've had a lot of people tell me when they've met me out, oh, I worked for your dad. He was, just wonderful, so much fun, and Dad will tell stories, and sometimes I'm like, did you work or was it all fun?
My dad was so good to work for because he stood up for what the company needed. He thought the world of his employees. He believed that the employees kind of made the company, and he had a lot of people that really thought a lot of him in East Coast. He means a lot to a lot of individual people in Wilkes. Wilkes as a whole doesn't know all the things that he's done for people individually, but Wilkes knows of his integrity and his honesty. They know of his hard work. So a lot of times if you mention his name, they've got something to say, and I'm very proud to say that it's always really good things.
I don't know as I've ever known anyone that would work harder than Billy would work. And he was willing to put it all on the line, which he did, to get that business started. He worked for Lowe's for a number of years and used that experience to possibly hone his skills a little bit. While he likes to involve himself down on the coast, Wilkes County is where he belongs, and I'm sure where he will always be.
He's very proud of Wilkes County, and he's very proud of where he came from, and to him, I guess it's just home. They've created a lot of jobs in the community, good jobs, and that has continued. I think he means a lot to a lot of people.
He gives back to the community, he gives back to the community even still, even after he retired. It's his home, and he takes care of his home.
East Coast started out in Elkin. It started out in a soybean field. I remember the little trailer. Wilkes was his home, and when they were able to bring East Coast back up to Wilkes as far as with the office and everything, he was really proud of that.
Billy has meant a lot to Wilkes County because he and his partner at East Coast have done a great deal to provide a host of jobs, most of them here in Wilkes County. He means a great deal to Wilkes.
It's where his family lives. I think he has a great pride in being from here. I'm sure there have been opportunities that could have taken him elsewhere, but it's home, and I think the heritage and the community means a great deal to him. What a wonderful example of what Wilkes County is.
A friend said of Billy Bear, it is a name recognized by our community as well-respected, inspirational, and a visionary leader. For those reasons, we welcome Billy Bear into the class of 2024 of the Wilkes County Hall of Fame.
I've always heard that they save the best for last, so I guess you got the worst first. I'm undeserving and humbled by this honor. I'd like to thank the many people that have helped me along the way, but time does not permit, so I'll just list the companies. Lowe's Companies, Seaman Molding Company, and ECMD, and last but not least, my wonderful family. No one ever worked for me. They worked with me. A company's most valuable asset is its employees. I always told our people, we don't pay you enough to be cursed or abused by anyone. One day, one of our customer service reps got a phone call from a gentleman, and I say that loosely, and it was blank, blank this and blank, blank that. Customer service rep said, if you'll hold on a minute, I'll switch you to somebody that can handle your problem. So I got the phone call, picked up the receiver, same thing, blank, blank this, blank, blank that. I said, sir, you've got me at a disadvantage. Who are you? He told me his name. I looked him up on the computer, and I said, the problem is you're 60 days past due on paying your bill. And he gruffly said, well, they told me they was going to switch me to somebody that could handle my problem. And instantaneously, I don't know why I said it, I said, sir, do you shave? And he gruffly said, of course I do. I said, well, the man you saw in the mirror this morning is the man that can handle your problem. I don't have enough light up here, I don't think, but I'm going to try to read what I've got here. It's not about if you're religious. It's about, do you have a saving relationship with Jesus Christ? It's not about how you've been treated. It's about how you've treated others. It's not about who you trust. It's about those that trust you. It's not about where you live. It's about how you've lived. It's not about how much money you've made. It's how you've made the money that you make work for others. It's not about how educated you are. It's about have you helped educate others. It's not about the car that you drive. It's about how much drive that you have. It's not about the jobs you had. It's about the jobs that you've created for others. It's not about the fine food that you eat, but it's about have you helped to feed others. It's not about the promises you've made. It's about the promises you've kept. It's not about you or me. It's all about others. Thank you.